Good evening, children.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Kindly turn on your videos.
Good evening.
Hi,
Good
Nandi.
evening.
Good evening. Yeah, all of you turn on your videos. Good. So Harini Sneha is doing from her house, is it? You're doing separately?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. Shreyas, I never get to see you. Shreyas, Hitesh, Murli Krishna, Pranav Rajan. No, I'm patiently repeating this every time we start the meeting, but I think in future I'll admit only those who keep their videos on through the meeting. You'll be forcing me to do that. Kindly turn on your videos, boys. Shreyas and Murali. Videos on, please. Okay, Shreyas, please fix it soon. All right, children, let's continue solving word problems from this chapter, linear equations. So here is your question. 5 years ago, A was thrice as old as B. And 10 years later, A shall be twice as old as B. What are the percentages of A and B? See, you may understand well, but please listen to me. So we normally assume whatever is to be found. What have we to find? What are the percentages of A and B? So we start like this. Let the percentage, or you can write let A's percentage. Let A's percentage be X years, and let B's let B's percentage be Y years. So A's percentage, B's percentage, X and Y years. Now go back to the question. 5 years ago. Okay, so now before we continue reading, see, I just read 5 years ago, and I don't want to read ahead. First, I read the question fully. So I understand that, we have to find the percentages of A and B. Now we assumed let the percentage of A be X and B be Y. So we have to read the question again, right, to frame the equations. Now, when we go back to the question, 5 years ago, don't proceed. Stop there. 5 years ago, that means A's age 5 years ago would have been X minus 5 years. And B's age 5 years ago would have been 5 years ago. You are now 15. 5 years ago, 15 minus 5, 10 years. Now you're 15 years old. 5 years ago, your percentage 15 minus 5. Similarly, percentage X minus 5. B's percentage Y minus 5. So X minus 5 and Y minus 5 would have been A's and B's ages 5 years ago. Now read 5 years ago, A was, so see here, I will not I'll just not read everything like that. As I read, I'll write something. So 5 years ago, when you read 5 years ago, write these two assumptions. X minus 5, y minus 5. Now A was, what was A's age 5 years ago? Now 5 years ago it is, not the present age. This is about 5 years ago. This is about 5 years ago. The relation explained is about 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, A was. So which age of A to write? This one or this one? Definitely this one. Because 5 years ago, this one. So A was A. This is A. Was, is, was. All that means is, was, will be. All that is equal to in mathematics. Is, was, will be equal to. So A was meaning A is x minus 5 was equal to. Thrice. As old as B. What is B? Y minus 5. Finished. Everything is there. Everything is in words there. You just have to substitute the relevant variable or expression. That's all. See, I'll do it again. A 5 years ago. 5 years ago, meaning you should take these ages. These ages. You should ignore these two. A was. This is A. A was. Was means equal to. A was. Thrice. As old as B, meaning 3 times B's age. 3 times. 3 times meaning 3 into. Thrice meaning 3 times. As old as B. B's age 5 years ago. Okay. Because now they're talking about 5 years ago. Y minus 5. That's all. Write down so far, children. And get the equation in the standard form. Write down. You write neatly, please. All right, done, children. So far, I have to clear the slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Where is Sneha? Are you there, Sneha? Have you joined the meeting? Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, let's proceed. And 10 years later, so now write A's age 10 years later will be X plus percentage X. Don't take X minus 5. Percentage is X plus 10. Now you're 15 years old. 10 years later, 15, your percentage plus 10. What is X percentage? X plus 10. 10 years later, A's age 10 years later will be equal to A's percentage plus 10. Percentage plus 10 years. And B's age 10 years later will be B's percentage Y plus 10 years. Now read what is given 10 years later. See, when I read 10 years later, I wrote these two. I didn't read ahead. 10 years later, when I read 10 years later, like 5 years ago, we wrote their ages 5 years ago. Then only we proceeded reading the question. 10 years later, don't read the question ahead. 10 years later, so what will be their ages 10 years later? These. Now read the question ahead. A shall be. So what should I write? Now class, you can tell me. A shall be meaning what should I write?
X plus 10
X plus 10 shall
X
be means
plus
equal
10.
to. Yeah, A meaning X plus 10 shall be equal to. Shall be is equal to. A is X plus 10. Because why X plus 10? 10 years later. So A's age is X plus 10 shall be equal to twice as old as B. So what should I write here in the RHS?
2 y plus 10. 2 into y plus 10.
Very good. 2 into y plus 10. See, that's all. 2 into y plus 10. Whatever is in English, we're just converting it to a mathematical equation. That's all. So this is A will be or shall be twice. So 2 into. Twice means 2 into. Thrice means 3 into. As old as B. B is y plus 10. Now, write this equation in the standard form. Now solve the two equations and find the values of x and y, children.
Ma'am, got that.
Yes, who's that? Tell me.
Yeah. X is 50 and y is 20. X is 50 and y is 20.
50 and 20.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, 50 and 20. Okay, let's see what your friends get. Wrote all these children.
A is 50 years and B is 20 years.
All right.
I do got the same
Yes,
answer.
ma'am.
All of you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Solving, you know very well now, children. Any method? Okay, so X is A's age and Y is B's age. So all of you, since you all said 50 and 20, I declare A's present age is 50 years and B's present age is 20 years. You can even check the answer. See here. So we got A is equal to 50 and B's age is 20. So 5 years ago, A would have been 45 and this guy would have been 15. So yeah, see, a 45 is equal to 3 into 15. A 3 times B. Then 10 years later, A is 60 years, B 30 years. You can see A is twice as old as B. So what you got is right. All right, let's go to the next one. A man's age is 3 times the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. A man's age is 3 times the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. After 5 years, his age will be, that is the man's age will be, twice the sum of the ages of his 2 sons. Find the age of the man. So what you should observe here is, they've not asked you to find the ages of the 2 sons. They only want you to find the age of the man. So you don't have to assume the ages of the 2 sons separately. You can just say, let the sum of the ages of the 2 sons be X or Y. See here, let the man's percentage, let the man's percentage be X years. Let the sum of the percentages of his 2 sons be Y years. Let the sum of the percentages of his 2 sons be Y years. Let the man's percentage be X years. Okay, then we are not assuming the ages of the 2 sons separately. Let one be Y, the other one be Z. No. Let the sum of their ages. We cannot in fact find their individual ages with the given information. So let the sum of the percentages of the 2 boys be, 2 sons be Y years. Is it fine so far?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now read a man's, a man's age is, a man's age meaning X is, a man's age, as soon as you read a man's, you should write X. Is means is equal to 3 times, meaning 3 times, so you know, into the sum of the ages of his 2 sons, and the sum of the ages of his 2 sons is Y, so 3Y, that's all. X is equal to 3Y. See, the sum of the ages is Y. So 3Y, X is equal to 3Y, or X minus 3Y is equal to 0 is the first equation. After 5 years, so I will not read ahead. After 5 years, so man's age Man's age after 5 years. After 5 years will be what, children? Man's age after 5 years?
X plus 5.
X plus 5.
Yes, very good. Then what will be the sum of the ages? Sum of the ages of the two sons. The two sons.
Y plus 5.
After
3
5 years will be
Y plus 5.
y plus 5.
5.
All of you, I want all of you to say after 5 years. After 5 years.
Y plus 5.
The
Y
man now
plus 5.
6. Yeah.
Y plus 5.
Yeah, somebody said something. Okay, now the man is X. So after 5 years, X plus 5. Similarly, the sum of the boys. Now Y. After 5 years?
Y plus 5. Y plus 5.
Now one by one. Meera said first. Meera, yes. Y plus?
Y plus 5.
Very good. Then Harini?
Y plus 5, ma'am.
Okay, others?
Y plus 5.
Yes,
Y
more
plus
answers.
Y plus 5, ma'am.
Y plus 5, ma'am.
Y plus 5. Okay. How many boys are there in Y?
Ma'am said
In
2y plus 5, ma'am. Is that 2y plus 5? Ma'am said 2y plus 5, ma'am.
No, it's not 2y plus 5. Think. Y plus 5 is incorrect. Y plus 5 is incorrect. Think about
3Y plus 5, ma'am.
no.
Ma'am, y plus
Ma'am,
5
Y
into y plus 5.
Y plus 10, ma'am.
Y plus
10, 10.
y plus 10.
Ma'am,
Okay.
y plus 5 into y plus 5.
Y plus 5 into y plus 5. You're multiplying.
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. 2 sons now, ma'am.
Y already is the sum. Again, you're taking the sum. You're doubling the sum. No. Class, use the emoji. Raise your hand. Pranav, Meera, Shreyas, Nandini, Tarun, Rajeshwari, Ananya, Kanishka, Tarun, Tesh, Murli Krishna, Deepika, and Harini. Okay. Yes, children. Sum of the ages of the two boys after 5 years will be
Y plus 5.
y plus 5. Okay.
Ma'am, I said 2 into y plus 5.
2 into y plus 5. Okay, let's take an example. Okay. Now let's take an example, children. Supposing there are two boys. The age of one boy is say 15 years and the other boy is 20 years. Okay. One boy is 15 years old, the other boy is 20 years old. Okay, okay, boy or a young man. Okay, let me take. Okay, so say one boy is 6 years old and the other boy is 9 years old. What is the sum of their ages now?
15.
15. The present sum is 15. Now, after 5 years, this guy will become, after 5 years, this guy will become 11 years old. And this one will become 14 years old. So after 5 years, the sum of their ages is 25. 15 to 25, you must add 10 because each of them, each of that is the age of the ages of each of the boys will increase by 5 years, right? So totally the sum will increase by 10. And Meera was right. See here, percentage. Now, one of the boys is 6 years old and the other is 9 years old. After 5 years, this boy becomes 11 years old or will be. After 5 years, this boy will be 14 years old. What is the new sum? 11 plus 14, 25. But we are all saying 15 plus 5. That means you're increasing one boy's age by 5. What about the age of the other boy? His age also will increase by 5, right? So you must add 10 because there are 2 boys in it. We should add 10. Supposing y was the sum of the ages of 3 boys, you must add 15. Supposing y was the sum of the ages of 3 boys, then you must add 15. Following, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me what will be the sum of the ages of the 2 boys after 5 years?
Y plus 10, ma'am.
Y plus 10, ma'am.
Yeah. So you say this is the present sum. Now after 5 years, one boy's age will increase by 5. The other boy's age also will increase by 5. So it is y plus 10 years. Y plus 10 years. Now read the question. After 5 years, I didn't read. After 5 years, I just made the expressions for their ages. After 5 years, I only made the expressions for their ages. X plus y plus 10. Now, after 5 years, his age will be. His age, please help me. His age means what?
The man's age.
Man's age.
Man's
What should I
age.
write? Yeah, what
X
should I
plus
write?
5. X
X
plus
plus
5.
5. X plus 5.
X
Will
plus
be
5.
means. Will be means.
Is
Equal
equal to.
to.
Is
Equal to.
equal to. Twice. Twice meaning
2 into
2
y
into
plus
y
2
plus 10.
into. Twice what? The sum of the ages of his 2 sons. 2 into y plus 10. See, now don't ask me why you're not taking y. After, we are not now, we are talking about after 5 years. We are not talking about the present. We're talking about after 5 years. So after 5 years means you must take this one and this one only. You must not take the percentages for the equation. That's all. So this is the man's age after 5 years. X plus 5 will be equal to twice 2 into the sum of the ages of his 2 sons, y plus 10. Yes, children, solve the 2 equations. And it's enough if you find x. You don't have to find y because it's not asked, no, why. You need to only find x, the man's age.
Ma'am, the man's age is 45.
Yes, Meera, you're right. Was that Meera?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All of you must get it. Please solve. You can find y, not that you should not find. You can find y, but it's not asked. You only need the value of x because the man's age you have to find. So solve the equations and say the man's present age is 45 years.
I too got the same answer, ma'am.
All right, very good. Kanishka?
Ma'am, I
Ma'am,
too
I
have
too
got the
got
same
40.
answer.
Yeah. Your name, please. Nandini or Rajeshwari?
Ma'am,
Nandini.
Rajajesh.
Very good, Raja Rajeshwari. Very good. Yes, share your share your response, children. If you got the answer or not. I like that. I want that, in fact.
I got the answer, ma'am.
Very good. I appreciate the way Nandini, Ananya, Rajeshwari, Meera, I can't see her face, but to an extent, Meera and Kanishka, Harini. I said Nandini, Ananya, Rajeshwari, Meera, Harini. So that's how you're supposed to. I'm not saying anything about the others. So when you're looking here and there, moving, you're distracting the others. Take a comfortable position. You can either sit on the floor and cross-legged and keep your laptop on a small stool or table, whatever. So sit comfortably. You can sit on the floor cross-legged with the laptop placed on a certain height, or you can sit on a chair with the laptop on a table. So take a comfortable position. So all that you have to do is just bend to right and slight movements. That's all. Some of you, like as if you're cooking, reaching out for ingredients here and there. Very busy. Okay, children. So you said 45, and that's the right answer. So the man's present age is equal to 45 years. The second equation will become x plus 5 is equal to 2y plus 20. So the second equation is x minus 2y is equal to 15. This is the second equation, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So we need to solve
Yes,
these two equations, correct? We need to solve these equations and find the value of maybe y first and then next, whatever, only the x values, what you need. The man's present age is 45 years. You should not write x is equal to 45 and leave it there. You must say therefore the man's present age is 45 years. Next one. A man travels. Children, are you writing the question? You should write the question.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am, writing.
Time to write the third question. Now I'll first explain. A man travels 370 kilometers, partly by train and partly by car. Okay. If he covers 250 kilometers by train and the rest by car. So how much, what is the rest of the distance by car he'll cover?
120.
120. Because totally 370. For covering 370 kilometers, he uses two modes of transportation. One by car, then by one train and then car. If he covers 250 kilometers by train, so by train 250. In one case, he covers 250 by train and the rest by car. The rest is 370 minus 250, 120. 120 by car. It takes him 4 hours. That is the total time taken. What is that 4 hours? The total time taken is 4 hours. So that is what you'll have to catch. The total time taken is equal to 4 hours. If you understand that, it's easy to form the equation. If he covers 250 kilometers by train and the rest by car and 120 kilometers by car, it takes him 4 hours. Total time taken. That is the time traveled by train plus the time traveled by car is equal to 4. Am I right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
Time traveled by train plus the time traveled by car is equal to 4. The total time is equal to 4 hours. Okay, let's read ahead. But if he travels 130 kilometers by train, okay, and the rest by car. So what is the remaining distance? Rest by car? 370 minus 130?
250.
240.
240. Okay. So the rest is 240 kilometers by car. By car, he takes 18 minutes longer. He doesn't take 18 minutes. He takes 18 minutes longer. That means what is the total time taken?
4 hours, 18 minutes.
4 hours and 18 minutes. Yeah, he takes 4 hours and 18 minutes. He takes 4 hours and 18 minutes. It takes him 18 minutes longer. So the total in the second case, the total time taken is 4 hours 18 minutes. That is the time traveled by train plus the time traveled by car is equal to the total time of 4 hours 18 minutes. Now with this information, we need to find the speed of the train and the speed of the car. So we normally assume whatever is to be found. Okay, so we start like this. Let the speed of the train. Let the speed of the train be x kilometers per hour. Let the speed of the car be y kilometers per hour. Now case one is time traveled by train plus time traveled by car is equal to the total time taken. When I write, please look at the screen. Please look at your screen. Now, how do we find time? So going down to this formula, which we know very well, speed is equal to distance by time. We know this. And so time, to find time, it is distance by speed. We know this. Time is equal to distance by speed. So time traveled by train is distance traveled by train. Distance traveled by train divided by, actually it will become too lengthy if I write all this, children, for you. You can just tell yourself, what is time, children? What is time? Distance by speed. What is the time traveled by train then? It's a distance traveled by train by the speed of the train. Yes or no? Okay, I'll write it for you.
Yes, ma'am.
You don't have to make it so elaborate, but because we're learning it for the first time, let me write it for you. Time is distance by speed. So time traveled by train means distance traveled by train divided by speed of the train. Plus distance traveled by car divided by speed of the car is equal to, what's the total time? 4 hours. Now let's substitute. What's the distance traveled by train? 250 kilometers. Speed of the train x plus distance. Okay, let me put the plus here. Plus distance traveled by car, how much? 120. 370 minus 250, 120. Speed of the car, y, is equal to 4 hours. Finished. Isn't it easy? Oh, it's not easy, children. Didn't understand?
Easy, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, understood.
Yeah, understood and easy also. Yeah, now write down the question. Write down the question and copy the answer so far. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. I have to clear
Yes,
this
ma'am.
slide. Yeah, I have to clear the slide, children. The equations you have to tell me later. You can just call this equation 1. This is equation 1, children. Okay, now case 2. Case 2 is, did I write case 1 there earlier? I wrote no?
Yes, ma'am. You wrote.
All right,
Yes,
yeah.
ma'am.
It's case 2, yeah. Case 2. Time traveled by train plus the time traveled by car is equal to total time taken. So time is distance by speed. So distance traveled, this is optional. This step is optional. Distance traveled by train divided by time is distance by speed. So speed of the train plus distance traveled by car divided by the speed of the car is equal to the total time of 4 hours and 18 minutes. 4 hours, 18 minutes. Now, what's the distance traveled by train? What's the distance traveled by train, children?
130, ma'am.
130 kilometers.
130. What's the speed of the train?
X.
X plus. What's the distance traveled by car?
245 by
240 by 5.
by y is equal to 4 hours 18 minutes. Children, see, we have assumed the speed in kilometers per hour, so there should be only kilometer and hour here, no minutes. For distance it should be kilometer, for time it should be hours. See, like 130 kilometers, 240 kilometers. So distance is in kilometers. Time should be in hours. No minutes, no seconds. So that means you should convert 18 minutes to hours. So you can do that in the rough column. Yeah, you can do that in the rough column, children. So 4 hours, 18 minutes, meaning 4 hours plus 18 minutes plus 18 minutes. That's what is the meaning. 4 hours plus 18 minutes. So 4 is already in hours. Let that be. Plus 18 minutes means 18 by 60 hours. Now, 8 to 6, tables of 6, yeah, 6 threes are 6 tens are. So it's 4 plus 4 hours plus 3/10 of an hour. Please understand, you cannot add hours and minutes, but you can add minutes and minutes, hours and hours. You cannot add hours and minutes. 4 hours and 18 minutes is not 4 plus 18, 22 minutes. Or 22 hours. You cannot add, numbers with different units. So we'll convert them to the same unit. 4 hours is 4 hours. 18 minutes is 18 by 60 hours. That's 3 by 10. So it's 4 hours and 3 by 10 hours. Or 3/10 of an hour. Now you can add these two. These two you can add because both are in hours. So LCM, after taking LCM, you'll get 40 plus 3 by 10 or 43 by 10 hours. Please do this in the rough work. I'll work it again just in case some of us did not understand that. 1 minute. This is your rough work. I'm telling you again, please listen. We cannot add numbers with different units, but we can add numbers with same unit. So 4 hours and 18 minutes, 4 hours plus 18 minutes, I cannot add. But let 4 hours be 4 hours. Let's convert 18 minutes to hours. So 18 by 60 hours. So 18 by 60 is 3 by 60. You should divide by 60. (18 by 60 hours). So it is 4 hours plus 3 by 10 hours. So now you can add both because they're in the same unit hours. So you can add. And when you add by taking the LCM, you'll get 40 plus 3, 43 by 10 hours. Hours, because both are hours. So in the next step, you must write 43 by 10, children. Is it understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Write it in hours. You must write distance in kilometers, not in meters, because we have now assumed the speed to be kilometer per hour. So distance in kilometers and time in hours. Okay. So this is your second equation. This is your second equation. Now I'm going to clear the slide. This is very important, this working. Please make a note of this in the rough column. Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Kanishka is finished. What about the others? Please acknowledge. I need to clear the slide.
Yes, I'm finished, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. See, you can write, children, see, this one you have to write. This one, not that you should not write this step. You can write. When you write this, you can remember better actually. When you write time is distance by speed like this will take 30 seconds to write. If you practice writing like this, you don't have to revise for the exam. Automatically, when you write this, immediately you'll write this one, and then when you write this, you can substitute easily. Yeah, I'm clearing the slide. Now we have two equations, children. So now we say let 1 by x be equal to a and let 1 by y be equal to b. Now what is the first equation, children? Please read out from your book. What's the first equation?
250 by x plus 120 by y is equal to 4, ma'am.
And what's the second equation?
130 by 3 plus 240 by y is equal to 43 by 10.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so now you know 250 by x means 250 into 1 by x, and 1 by x is a, so 250a. 250a because, okay, 250 into 1 by x plus 120 into 1 by y is equal to 4. So 250a plus 120b is equal to 4 is your third equation. And here 130 into 1 by x plus 240 into 1 by y is equal to 43 by 10. 130a plus 240b is equal to 43 by 10. Cross multiply, you get 10 into 130a plus 240b is equal to 43, or you'll get 1300a plus 2400b is equal to 43. This is your fourth equation. This is your fourth equation. Solve equation 3 and 4. Maybe you can use the cross multiplication method. Use the cross multiplication method. Give the headings a, b, and minus 1. Not x, y. A, b, and minus 1. Or if you use the cross multiplication method, solve the equations for a and b, and hence find the values of x and y, which will be the speed of the train and the speed of the car. I'll just get back to them. Please work. What's up, children?
Ma'am, got the answer, ma'am.
Yes, Nandini. What is that you're
Ma'am.
getting for?
Ma'am, I got x is equal to 100 and y is equal to 80, ma'am.
Very good. Which method you used?
Cross multiplication method.
Very good. You got, tell me what you got for A, like the last step. What divided by what?
Ma'am, 1.
No, like the last step for A and B, you know, in the cross multiplication method. You got A is 100, is it?
Yeah. Ma'am.
Nandini, yes?
Got.
No, you're not clear. Try leaving the meeting and joining again. Sneha, you joined late?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Festive mode, still? Okay, children, I'm not helping with the cross multiplication method. The numbers may be large. It's left to you. I'm not telling you how to do it. But that answer which Nandini gave us was right. And one more thing, children, you should tell me all this. See, this equation you can simplify further by dividing by 2. Now it's okay. You all started working with this, so it's okay. The fourth equation cannot be simplified further. Fourth equation, but the third one, this can be simplified further. You can divide by 2 throughout, and you can get 125a plus 60b is equal to 2. If somebody has done this and taken this as equation 3, both are correct. But every time, whenever you can simplify, it's better you simplify and get the numbers smaller. That's all it is. So if somebody realized that and simplified and taken this as equation 3, very good. This is also fine. Nothing wrong, but it's better you simplify. In both the cases, you will get the same answer, correct answer. Now on solving using the cross multiplication method, I leave it to you. You must get A is equal to 1 by 100, B is equal to 1 by 80. So if A is 1 by 100, A means 1 by X because A is 1 by X and B is 1 by Y. If you get A as 1 by 100, that means 1 by X is 1 by 100, which means X is 100. And B is 80. So you must write speed of the train is 100 kilometers per hour and speed of the car is 80 kilometers per hour.
Ma'am,
Yes, Kanishka?
ma'am, I got the value for A, ma'am, but I didn't get the value for B.
Okay, tell me what fraction you have, Kanishka. I'll help you.
Like 4000 and 4,440. Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yeah, 4,440. Yeah. No, okay. A by 4,440, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Is equal to B by
1 minute, ma'am.
you must get A by minus
B. Yes, ma'am. Minus 4,440
is
is
equal to
B
minus.
by minus 5,550, ma'am.
Yeah, is equal to minus 1 by.
4,44,000.
Correct, you're right.
But when I B is equal to, I can't get that value, ma'am.
Let's see. So what you said is right. A by minus 4,440 is equal to B by minus 5,550 is equal to minus 1 by 4,44,000. So A by minus 4,440 is equal to minus 1 by. So A is equal to, when you cross multiply, A is 1 by 100. Yeah, B is equal to B by minus into minus plus. Okay, Kanishka. And class 0 and 0 gets cancelled. And in the tables of 1, 1, 1, that we can make out like obviously, no? Now, even I don't know 111 tables, but you can make out these two numbers are divisible by 111. So this will be 5, sir. And this will be 400 times. 111 into 5 is 555. 111 into 4 is 444. So in the tables of 111, 5 times. In the tables of 111, 4 and then these two zeros. Now 5 ones are 5 80s are. 5 8s are 40 and 0. So B is equal to 1 by 80.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. See, you can simplify class using the tables of 111. 111 5s are 555. 111 4s are 444. And class, please excuse me, from the next class, all of you have to keep your videos turned on. Some of us I cannot see. You are in the dark. I can't figure out. It's like a puzzle for me. Find the hidden face. It's like find the hidden face. And I'm like, I'm trying to find, and my eyes are going blind.
Ma'am, I have a doubt now.
Sorry, Harini. Yeah. And 1 minute, Harini, I just want to finish this. Children, so see, it's an online class. You should understand that it is important you keep your video turned on throughout the meeting. Now, in particular, Tarun E and Murali Krishna. I don't know if you guys are in the class.
Ma'am, I'm there, ma'am.
Who's there?
I'm Murali Krishna, ma'am.
Why don't you keep your video? See, and you're not participating. You don't ask doubts. You don't have to give the answer always. You can ask your doubts also. There is no communication between you and me.
Okay, ma'am.
Please acknowledge if you understand. Tell me if you got the answer. Share the answer with the class. Show that you're there in the class.
Yes, ma'am.
Taruni also. Are you there, Taruni? No, I'm going to send a message now. So every class I'll send that message that students who don't keep their videos turned on, sorry, but will be removed from the meeting. That's all. This class is fine. So suddenly you have some problem with your camera, kindly text me before the class. You might be facing an internet issue. You just text me. Every class you have to text me. In case you have a problem, you have to text me. Harini, your mic is enabled. Disable your mic. Okay.
Sorry, ma'am.
No problem. Yeah. Yes, somebody said you have a doubt. Is it Harini? Oh, yeah, Harini. Yes, what's your doubt?
Ma'am, I didn't get the equation properly, ma'am. A by 42,000 I got, ma'am.
A by 42,000. Okay. What are the products you got? Did you get A by? Okay, let me write that for you. Let me write it for you. Tell you what I got. Which equation you took for 3? The simplified one or the one before we divided by 2?
Ma'am, the one before we divided by 2, ma'am.
Okay. Then this one. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Murli Krishna, what will be the headings for the cross multiplication method? Quick. No, we can't wait like this. Yes, what will be the headings? So after this, you will get A divided by, when you multiply this, you get 5160. When you multiply this, you get 9600. Difference is equal to B by, when you multiply this, you get 5200. When you multiply this, you get 10,750.
Ma'am, here I did a mistake, ma'am.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, fine. Is equal to minus 1 by, when you multiply this, I got 6 followed by 2, 4, 5 zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros minus, when I multiplied this, I got 156 followed by 3 zeros. Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So A by minus 4440 is equal to B by minus 5550 is equal to minus 1 by 44400. That's all. After this, you know what to do. So you will get on solving A is equal to 1 by 100 and B is equal to 1 by 80. So A means X, sorry, 1 by X is equal to 1 by 100 or X is equal to 100. Speed of the train is 100 kilometers per hour. B means 1 by Y is equal to 1 by 80. So Y is equal to 80. Speed of car 80 kilometers per hour. All right, let's go to the next one.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
1 minute, can you show the second question?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am, thank you.
Yeah. This will take a little longer time, children. So I don't know. I don't have a clock near me too. What's the time, children?
9:06.
9:06. Okay, so this will take a little longer time. So I'll try to finish this in today's session. I'll try to do this. We'll do this one. You take this as question number 4. We'll do this as question number 5 in the next class. We'll do this now. A train covered a certain distance at a uniform speed. A train covered a certain distance, some distance at some uniform speed. If the train had been 6 kilometers per hour faster, it would have, so yeah, if the train is fast, if the train increases the speed, if the speed of the train is increased, then it will take less time. Because more speed, less time. It would have taken 4 hours less than the scheduled time. And the train went slower by 6 kilometers per hour. It would have taken 6 hours more than the scheduled time. Find the length of the journey, meaning the distance. Find the length of the journey. See, supposing, you know, the distance from your home to school is 40 kilometers. The distance between your home and school is 40 kilometers. So if your speed is 8 kilometers per hour, how long will it take? This will be very ridiculous. You can't take 5 hours to go to your school. Okay, let's not say home and school, between two places, I'll say. Between two places A and B, I'll say is 40 kilometers per hour. Sorry, 40 kilometers. So if a person travels at the speed of 8 kilometers per hour, okay, 8 kilometers per hour, how long will the person take to cover 40 kilometers?
5.
5 hours, ma'am.
If the speed is reduced to 5 kilometers per hour, then how long will it take?
Reduced to 5 or reduced by 5?
No, if the new speed is 5 kilometers per hour,
8 hours.
it will take 8 hours.
8 hours.
8 hours, yeah. More speed, less time, less speed, more time. No, you know what? I just took an example. More speed, less time, less speed, more time. Okay. Now we need to find the length of the journey. That is the distance between the two places. Now, you must remember that it's very convenient to assume. Now the information here, if you read the question, if you read this question, now the information is given about the speed and time taken, time. See, if the speed were if the speed of the train was 6 kilometers per hour more, then it would have taken 4 hours less. So details are given about the difference or the change in the speed of the train and the change in the time taken. So you assume x and y for the speed of the train and the time taken, because see here, information is given regarding the speed. See here, 6 km/h faster, 6 km/h slower, 4 hours less, 6 hours more, 4 hours less, 6 hours more meaning time. This one, these two indicate speed. Tell you again, see here, 4 hours less, 6 hours more time. 6 km/h faster, slow by 6 km/h speed. So looking at the information or the details given in the question, we'll go by this assumption. We'll say, let the speed, let the original speed of the train be x km/h. Let the actual time taken be y hours. Now case 1, if the train had been 6 km/h faster, x plus 6, and faster, it would have taken 4 hours less, y minus 4, to cover that distance. And we all know that speed into time is distance. Speed is equal to distance by time. Distance is equal to speed into time. Speed into time is distance. Speed into time is distance. Remember that. Okay, so what is we are constructing the equation using this formula. Distance is equal to speed into time. So speed into time is equal to distance. The new speed is 6 km/h faster. So x plus 6 into time, 4 hours less, y minus 4. So this new speed into this new time will be the same distance, xy. I didn't write that here. Therefore, distance covered is equal to xy kilometers. I didn't write that here. I forgot. Because if the speed is x, and the time is y, distance is xy, x into y. Children, if the speed is x and time is y, distance is speed into time. Distance is speed into time, x into y. So distance covered is x into y kilometers. That is the length of the journey is xy kilometers. Distance covered or the length of the journey is xy kilometers. The length of the journey. The length of the journey is xy kilometers. Now, the distance between two places, will that increase or decrease with the increase or decrease in time and speed? No. When speed increases, time decreases. When speed decreases, time increases. But the distance between the two places remains the same. Distance will not vary. Speed and time are inversely proportional. Speed and time are inversely proportional. Increase in one causes decrease in the other. But that does not affect the distance between the two places. In all cases, distance is xy kilometers only. Okay, so speed into time is equal to distance. X plus 6 into y minus 4 is equal to xy, distance xy. So now how do we multiply this? X into y minus 4 plus 6 into y minus 4. Regular algebraic multiplication is equal to xy. So you will get xy minus 4x plus 6y minus 24 is equal to xy. Xy on either side gets cancelled. So the equation is minus 4x plus 6y is equal to 24. Write down, children. You can even write new speed into new start. You can even write new speed into new time is equal to the same distance. I'll write same, but I am just trying to explain it's the same distance. Same distance xy. That will not change. Please write fast. Done, all of you? Done, children?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have not finished, just take a screenshot, children, because it's also time. I just have to finish. I'll just give you the second equation. You may then solve it and find the values of x and y. After finding the values of x and y, you must find xy because you should find the length of the journey. So you should find xy. That will be the answer. The length of the journey is the answer. Okay, take a screenshot if you have not finished. Okay, I hope you're done clearing the slide. Now case 2. Case 2 is again new speed into new time is equal to same distance. Is equal to same distance. What's the new speed? If the train were slower by 6 kilometers per hour, x minus 6. Because this is the original speed x. Slower, so x minus 6 into new time. Why, children? Because speed into time is distance. That's what we've written here. Speed into time is distance. Okay, new time. What's the new time taken? It would have taken 6 hours more. Okay, so y plus 6 is equal to the same distance xy. X into y plus 6 minus 6 into y plus 6 is equal to xy. Xy plus 6x minus 6y minus 36 is equal to xy. Gets cancelled on both sides. So 6x minus 6y is equal to 36. You can simplify this to x minus y is equal to 6. Second equation. Take a screenshot, children. Solve the two equations and find the values of x and y, and hence find xy. Okay. Take a screenshot. Please complete this answer. Class, lower your hand and raise your hands again. All of you lower your hand first. Lower your hand, Kanishka. Yeah. Now you raise your hand. Use the emoji. Raise your hand, class. Very good. Tarun M. Pranav, Rajeshwari, Hitesh, Ananya, Nandini, Meera, Deepika, Harini, Sneha, Murali, and Kanishka. All the children. All the children. So that's it for today's session. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ma'am, should we send the
Thank you, ma'am.
answer to you, ma'am, in WhatsApp?
No, on certain days, I'll request you to send the pictures of your classwork. On those days, you share. That's enough. Need not
Okay,
share
ma'am.
every day. Yeah, yeah. Please complete the classwork. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Good night.